Welcome to the Fear and Greed Afternoon Report for Friday, the 25th of March, 2022. I'm Michael Thompson. Every afternoon, Australia's most popular business podcast brings you the 5 news items you need to know about. Let's jump into it. Story number 1 today, of course, is the market. The S&P ASX 200 rose for the 5th straight day today, closing up 0.25% to 7,406 points. That's a new 20-day high. The market is up 1.5% for the week. The metals and miners were up today. The utilities, industrial and energy sectors all finished the day up as well. Healthcare and tech were among the sectors to record a fall. 2 strong performers today were BlueScope Steel up 5% and JB Hi-Fi up 3.5%. BlueScope's share price is responding to global steel supply concerns. 2 big steel producing countries, Russia and China, are facing problems getting their steel to markets. A trading update from JB Hi-Fi revealed the popular electronics retailer is expecting a bumper quarter on the back of strong sales growth and is in the middle of a $250 million share buyback. Just the sort of news the market likes to hear. Story number 2 is linked very strongly to story number 1, the metals and mining sector, the best performing sector over the week. BHP is up 7.1% for the week. That is a pretty impressive result for a company as big as BHP. Rio Tinto is up 5%. And Fortescue Metals saw an increase of 2%. What's driving the rises? Well, metal and ore prices are on the upswing amid supply concerns from other markets and increased global demand. With so much uncertainty around the world, customers want reliability and they want orders being filled. And on that count, Australia's metals and mining exporters deliver. Basically, you order it, you're going to get it. And that's being reflected in share prices. Story number 3 is all about Ukraine, or more specifically, Brussels. NATO allies are meeting there at the moment, and Ukraine's leader, Volodymyr Zelensky, addressed the summit asking for hundreds of tanks and jets. He said he wanted only 1% of NATO's tanks and jets and said, and I quote, this is a pretty impressive quote from the Ukrainian president, he said, "We will see who is our friend, who is our partner, and who has sold us out and betrayed us." Pretty powerful stuff. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson is apparently trying to persuade his NATO allies to supply tanks, but others, including French President Emmanuel Macron, are resisting. Joe Biden is at the meeting as well and has declared that NATO will respond if Russia uses chemical weapons. This is a situation that continues to evolve hour by hour, very much in real time. Story number 4, we are only a few days out now from the federal budget and the leaks are coming thick and fast as they always do. Cost of living obviously is going to be a major focus of the budget next Tuesday, both politically and economically. You only need to look at petrol prices at the moment to know just how much households are hurting, and the government doesn't really want to carry that into an election. The Australian is reporting today that cash payments of up to $250 are expected to be paid into eligible accounts before the election in May. As part of Treasurer Josh Frydenberg's cost of living package, it's also expected the government will announce a temporary cut to fuel excise. It is only 3.5 days now until the budget, but I reckon we are going to hear a lot more unofficial reports of things that we will be seeing on Tuesday night between now and then. Story number 5 is COVID, with nearly 61,000 new cases reported across Australia today. We are clearly seeing the impact of the new substrain of Omicron, with numbers surging right across the country. Today, ATAGI recommended a 4th winter booster for people at greatest risk of COVID-related illness, including adults aged 65 or over and residents in aged or nursing care. Health Minister Greg Hunt expects all Australians to eventually become eligible for the 4th booster. Interestingly, he also said today that from April 17, travellers will no longer have to show a negative COVID-19 test to board a flight to Australia, but they'll still need to show proof of vaccination. I don't know about you, but I would think twice about getting onto a plane to come back into Australia if I didn't know for sure that everyone else on that plane wasn't carrying COVID. I don't know, but that might just be me. That's it for the afternoon report for Friday, the 25th of March, 2022. Don't forget to hit follow on the podcast and find Fear and Greed on LinkedIn, Twitter and Facebook. Join me and Sean Aylmer tomorrow morning for the weekend edition of the Fast Five by Fear and Greed, when Sean and I go head to head with our favourite stories from the week. I'm Michael Thompson. Enjoy your evening.